Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna give you 30 positive parenting tips for you to deal with your teenager. So I'm Rita and today it's all about you. First tip is talk to your teenager. Talk to him and listen about his concerns, his problems, his issues. Try not to judge. You are there just to listen. So listen. If you want, give him some kind of advice. Talk to him about difficult issues like sadness, like depression, like anxiety, like suicidal thoughts, and be tuned about all the different behaviors that he can have, and talk less and listen more. It's the best thing to do with to build the trust with your teenager. Show interest in his activities and what he likes to do. So if it's extracurricular activities, talk to him about it, ask him stuff about it, and try to build the trust you need with your teenager. So if you realize that you are not just a parent, in this phase you are not just a parent, you are his friend, or you want to be his friend too. So behave like he's one of your friends, in a good way, in a light way, and try to be involved in his own activities. Compliment achievements and celebrate his efforts. It's very important, but don't live through your kid's life. Uh, you are you, and he is different from you. He's not you. So be happy with his achievements, but don't live through it. It's important to incentivize argumentation and healthy discussions, but it's always very important to know how to respect your kid's opinion. He has an opinion, so listen to his opinion and respect it. Respect if it's not like yours, or if it's too different from yours. Advise him how to deal with internet, in gaming, in social media, with posts. Talk to him about safety, and tell him how sometimes things don't run so smooth, and all the dangers that sometimes he can be exposed to, and teach him how to deal with all these internet things in a safety way. Encourage your teenager to develop solutions to conflicts and problems. Create opportunities for him to use his own judgment and common sense, and help him believe in himself, and be sure of his own judgment, and using his ability of make good decisions. Your teenager should be open to an adult advice and support, but it doesn't mean that he should not have his own opinions and his own judgment of the situations that he's been through. Talk about situations in the social group and help him to plan ahead, proper behave for some situation, for some hard situations like drugs, like alcohol, like unsafe sex, and so on. So this is a way that this difficult and stressful situation doesn't just show, and in this way he can know how to behave, and not to really just be stressed, and don't really know what to do. Another very important thing is privacy. Respect his privacy. He is dealing with his own issues and he is trying to figure it out many things in his life. So he needs his privacy. He needs to see himself in a positive way. And he needs to believe that he's capable to not just solve things, but worth to have a private life. So respect his privacy, and every time that you think that you want to know something about him, just talk to him and ask him. I'm sure that he will tell you if you already built a trust relationship. Encourage him to have a healthy choice in life about food, about exercise, about uh, healthy in general. So explain him the importance of these behaves to the whole teenager and adolescent process. Um, it's much more easy for teenagers if they have healthy meals, if they do exercise, if they sleep well, if they do some extracurricular activities that they like. So it's always very positive, and it helps a lot in all the mood swings, in all the hormone uh, difficulties, and all the things that he has to deal during the growth and during the development of his own being and during his own physical and mental growth. Remind him the importance of safety. And when I think about safety, I think about helmet when you are riding a bike or a board. Using some safety methods like don't use headphones when you are crossing a road or a train station, or a simple act like be aware of what is around you when you are outside. So these are very simple. It must be work for most of the teens, but you can always remind them that they can be safe, and they should use all these things to feel and to be safe. Have the difficult talk about sex, about drugs, about alcohol. It's important for you to explain, even if he tells you that he knows already, that he talk with his friends about it, that he search on the internet, that he can read a book about it, but it's different if you can be open about it and talk about all the risks of a bad choice, about drugs, about alcohol, about unsafe sex, about STD, and so on. So be, as I told you before, don't be just a parent, be a friend, and talk about all these stressful moments that maybe he will pass by, and talk about the bad sides of these things. Remind him that there's one thing that it will go with him for the rest of his life, that it's consequences of acts. So every act has a consequence, and it's good if he can stop for a minute and evaluate a situation. And in this way, he will be much more secure about himself and about his choices in life. And the last one, I will tell you, remind yourself that your teenager is not a child any longer, is not yet an adult, but if you are talking to him and if you are um, showing him all of the things that you believe, I'm sure that you can have a trustful relationship, that it's the most important thing that you can build in your relationship with your teen. So be aware that he will be responsible and that he will know how to deal with some situations, and believe too that if he can't really deal with some situations, that you will always be there to help him, and he will always trust on you to ask for advice and to ask for help. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope these were useful tips for some situations with your teenagers. I hope you comment if you want, subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll see you next time. Bye!